Hello dear students, as you all know we are doing chapter number 2, electrostatic potential and capacitance. Yesterday we talked about the combination of capacitors. Today let me remind you, because we are going to solve some numericals on the basis of this. If the capacitors are connected in series with a cell C1, C2, C3, cell is V, then their equivalent capacitance is given by 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. In this we have learnt that charge is same but potential is different, and it actually depends on capacitance. Okay, inversely proportional to the capacitance, because Q is equal to CV, V is equal to Q by C. So V is inversely proportional to the capacitance. The capacitor which is of higher capacitance will have less voltage. Okay, and the next thing is the equivalent capacitance is less than C1, it is less than C2, it will be less than C3. This is for series combination we studied. For parallel combination, we have studied that if the capacitors are connected like this, then they are supposed to be in parallel. They are said to be in parallel. If this is C1, this is C2, this is C3, then equivalent capacitance is given by C1 plus C2 plus C3. In this situation, voltage remains constant, voltage remains same, but charge is different and is actually directly proportional to C. As you know, Q is equal to what? CV. If V remains same, then Q is directly proportional to the C. And the last thing, C equivalent, it is greater than C1, it is greater than C2, it is greater than C3. So this we have done yesterday. We have done redistribution of energy also, but that topic will not be used today. We'll use these two formulas to know the equivalent capacitance of a given circuit. Let us see and let us solve some of the questions so that we can understand how to calculate equivalent capacitance of a given circuit. Okay, this is a circuit given. Our cell is of 6 voltage. 3 capacitors are connected. One is of 10 microfarad, another is of 5 microfarad, and this one is also of 5 microfarad. What do you have to find out? We have to find out equivalent capacitance, charge across each capacitor, voltage across each capacitor. Okay, now let us see. See these two capacitors, they are connected in parallel. How I can say? Just see, at this common point, one plate of the capacitor is connected, and at this common point, other plate of the capacitor is connected. So because of this, these two capacitors are in parallel, and if they are in parallel, their equivalent is what? 10 microfarad, because in parallel combination, C equivalent is equal to C1 plus C2. So if we add these two, then the same circuit reduces to this 10 microfarad is already there, and because of these two we have a 10 microfarad capacitor. The given circuit is reduces to like this, 10 microfarad, 10 microfarad. Okay, now these two capacitors are undoubtedly they are connected in series. So for equivalent capacitance, 1 upon C equivalent, 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10, 1 upon C equivalent, 2 by 10, C equivalent is equal to 5 microfarad, right? So equivalent capacitance is what? 5 microfarad. Now charge on each capacitor, since they are connected in series, charge will remain same. And what will be the charge? Say this is your C1, this is your C2, this is your C3. So Q1 is equal to, say this is your Q1, and say this is your Q2 dash. Q1 is equal to, Q2 dash is equal to CV. And what is that C? C equivalent is 5, voltage is 6. We are going to have 30 microcoulomb. So basically this capacitor has 30 microcoulomb and the combination of these two will have 30 microcoulomb, right? Now, since this is the combination of these two, and in parallel charges divides and their capacitance is equal, and charge which divides, it is directly proportional to the capacitance. Since capacitance is equal, therefore this 30 microcoulomb will be equally distributed along this. So this capacitor will have 15 microcoulomb, this will have 15 microcoulomb, and this will have 30 microcoulomb. Now charge you are having, voltage you can calculate. Here the voltage will be 3, here the voltage will be 3, here the voltage will be 3. These two are in parallel, so they will have same voltage. And since these two are in series, 3 voltage added to 6 voltage. The voltage will be 3 voltage, 3 voltage, 3 voltage. That's it. I have started with a very easy question. Later we will do some typical questions also. Okay. Let us do to the next one. Okay, next question is this. Okay, you need to find out the equivalent capacitance between point A and point B. Okay, you need to find out equivalent capacitance between point A and point B. How this question will be solved? See, for solving these type of questions, you need to understand junction and branches, right? This particular point is a junction because wires are connected over here. This is not a junction, this is simply a turn. Wire take turns, wire take a turn. Okay, but this is a junction, this is a junction, this is a junction, and this is a junction. Okay, now we have found out how many junctions are there. Now suppose this particular wire connects two junctions. The capacitors will be lying in this wire will be in series. Is it clear? The wire which is there, you can say that one is junction, another is branch, right? Junction and branch. You have to understand that. Junction I have marked. What is branch? To connect two junctions, one branch is there. So basically this is one branch only. One branch only. So all the capacitors which are lying in the same branch, they are supposed to be in series. But suppose these two capacitors, see one junction is here, one junction is here, one junction is this point, one junction is this point. So these two capacitors are in different branches between same junctions. So they are supposed to be parallel. Is it clear? So all these three capacitors, they are in series because they are in the same branch, and these two capacitors, they are in parallel. Is it clear? So if we reduce this circuit, how the circuit will be solved, then it will be like this point is A. From A we have a capacitor of 40 microfarad. Then after three capacitors, each of them are of 60 microfarad, is of 60 microfarad. 1 by 60 plus 1 by 60 plus 1 by 60. When it will be added, it will be 3 by 60, which will be 1 by 20 and reciprocal of 20. What we are going to have? 20 microfarad in place of these, and 10 microfarad are in parallel. So they will be added and they will give what? 20 microfarad. In parallel combination they will be added. It will be 20 microfarad. So this will be the reduced circuit, or you can say the simplified circuit of the given one. Okay. Now just see in this given in this simplified circuit, we have a junction here, we have a junction here. The number of junctions reduces. Now between these two junctions there are two branches. One branch is this one, another branch is this one. Okay. So both the branches basically are in parallel. 20 microfarad, 20 microfarad. 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20, 2 by 20. 2 by 20 when cut, it will become 1 by 10. We'll do reciprocal. What we are going to have? We are going to have 40 microfarad, which was in the question only. And this 20 and this 20 will be solved. will have 10 microfarad. This point is B. Now 40 microfarad and 10 microfarad, they are in series. So for series combination, let me tell you a simple thing. C equivalent is what? For two capacitors, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. From here, if you want to calculate, it will take LCM C1 C2. It will be C2 plus C1, or C equivalent will be the reciprocal of this. It will be C1 plus C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2, or C2 plus C1. Both are the same thing. Now 40 and 10, they are in series, and for series combination, C equivalent will be 10 multiplied by 40 upon 10 plus 40. It will be 400 upon 50, or it will be 8 microfarad. Is it clear? So this is the answer of the given question. It is very simple. Okay. C equivalent will be what? 8 microfarad. The capacitors which lie in the same branch, they are in series, and the capacitors which lie in the different branch between common junctions, they are in parallel. So first of all, we have to solve the branch, and then after we have to solve the junctions. Sometimes we do both of them simultaneously. Like here we have solved the junction, here we have solved the branch. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Let us see what is the next question is. Okay. Let this be your next question. How this question will be solved? Just give a thought, pause the video, solve it by yourself, then after see the solution. I hope you have done. Now let us see how this question will be solved. First of all, identify the junctions. One junction is here, one junction is here. If this point is a junction, no, it is not. It is simply a turn. Wire takes turn from it. Okay. So this is a junction, this is a junction. How many branches are there? One branch is this one branch is this one, which are common between these two junctions. And these three capacitors, they are lying in the same branch. So basically these three are in series. Okay. So first of all, we'll solve the series one. And how we'll solve this? If we solve, what we are going to have? Let us see. A, this is 3 microfarad, and then after, this is the junction. Now just tell me, what is the solution of capacitor is here also? Yes, it is 3 microfarad, right? 3 microfarad, and one capacitor is here. We have not solved it yet. It is 2 microfarad. What will be the equivalent of these three? I am asking about these three. What is the equivalent of these three? 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. They are in series. No? It will be 3 by 3. Basically, it will be 1 microfarad. When we solve them, we are going to have 1 microfarad. Now, you can see very easily that 2 microfarad and 1 microfarad, they are in what? Parallel. And if they are in parallel, so basically 2 plus 1, it will be 3. Now, we'll have a simpler circuit, and the circuit will be like A, it is 3 microfarad. If we solve these, we are going to have a 3 microfarad capacitor, and one of the 3 microfarad capacitor is at the bottom. Now what will happen? 3, 3, 3. All these are in series because they are in the same branch. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. 3 by 3. Answer is what? C equivalent is what? 1 microfarad. 3 by 3 is what? Simple question. Okay. So many capacitors were given, but it is the circuit is reduced to this, and then this circuit is reduced to this. Easy. Is it clear? So this is how the questions of capacitors are there. Okay. Now let us solve some typical ones so that you can understand. The questions can be asked in the board examination. Now this is the question. It is one of the very popular questions in the combination. The same question can be asked for the series combination also, and this question is for parallel combination. Well, same question can be asked for the resistance. Sorry, I have told series. Same question can go for the resistors also. You might have done in the class 10th also. Now let us solve this question. How many junctions are there? So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. 4 junctions are there. So basically what we can see from here, that no two capacitors are in the same junction and no two branches are there which is between the same junctions. Like if we take these two junctions, so we have one capacitor, only one capacitor is there, so no question of connecting combining this capacitor in the series, and there is no common two branches between these two. Now just see, if we connect this and this, then what we can see, we have a branch over here, but we cannot say from there till here it is a branch, because there is a junction in between. From here till here it is a branch, but from here till here it is not a branch. Is it clear? It is a very important concept also. Like from here till here it is a branch, but from here till here we cannot say it is a branch. Why is it so? Because there is a junction at the between these two junctions. Okay, in the branch there is no junction. Now how we can solve it? I have a specific method for these type of questions. Whenever you see these questions, just what you do, you name the junctions. C we cannot use, let us see P, this junction is Q, this junction is R, and this junction is T. P, Q, R, T. And now its simplified circuit will be made as, just see, then let this point be P, let this point be Q, let this point be R, and let this point be T. Okay, PQ, PQ, RT, PQ, RT. Always write like this. Don't go like this, don't go like this. PQ, RT, PQ, RT. Okay, like this. From P to Q, what we have? We have a capacitor. Let us draw. And this capacitor is of 2 microfarad. From Q to R, we have a capacitor. Let this be a capacitor. This is your 3 microfarad. From R to T, we have a capacitor. From R to T, we have a capacitor. It is of 4 microfarad. Okay, this is the point B. This is point A. From P to R, there is a wire. Let us connect by one more wire. From Q to T, there is a wire. Here is a wire. So this is the simplified version of this one. Okay, I hope you understand. From P to Q, we have a capacitor. From Q to R, we have a capacitor. From R to T, we have a capacitor. Between P and R, there is a wire. And between Q and T, there is a wire. Now, looking at this circuit, you will be very sure that these 3 capacitors are basically in parallel combination. So C equivalent is what? C equivalent will be what? It will be 2 plus 3 plus 4 microfarad. Answer will be 9 microfarad. That's it. Okay. So whatever the thing in this question is there to make that simplified circuit. If you know how to make it simplified, then you'll be able to solve. There is nothing to worry. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. By changing the values, so many questions can be made. Okay. Let us move to the next question. Okay, this is the next question we have to solve, and this question is from NCERT. The question number is 2.25. The question number is 2.25. Okay. In this question, you have to tell what is the equivalent capacitance, what is the voltage and charge across each capacitor. This is C1, this is C2, this is C3, this is C4. This is of 100 picofarad, 200 picofarad, 200 picofarad, 100 picofarad. This is plus 300 voltage. Now, from one thing is this question is very clear that these two capacitors are in series combination. Okay, these two capacitors are in series combination. So let us reduce first this one. So what we are going to have? We are going to have a capacitance C1 which is of 100 picofarad. And when these two will be added in series, what we are going to have? 200 plus 200 series, 1 by 200 plus 1 by 200, 2 by 200, 1 by 100, the reciprocal 100. So what we are going to have? This will be 100 picofarad of equivalent of these two. Now one under 100 picofarad, and this is what C4 is, and we have a voltage source here, plus minus 300 voltage. Now as you can see in the circuit, the students might have this idea that these all three capacitors are in parallel, and they add them and they get the answer 309 picofarad, which is wrong. These are not in parallel. These are not in parallel combination. Why I am saying so? Because just see, when the charge starts flowing from this side and the capacitors were being charged, then this is a junction, this is a junction, right? So these capacitor and this capacitor, they are in parallel. Okay, they are in parallel. And when they are in parallel, 100 plus 100, how much? 200. So what we are going to have? We are going to have 200 picofarad equivalent of these two, and then 100 picofarad which is at the bottom, and they are connected to what? The voltage source. Now just see, these two are in what? Series. They are not in parallel. Okay? The trick is, voltage is given this side, which many students neglected while solving, and they got the answer wrong. Okay? When you solve these two, you are going to have 200 picofarad. 100 is in this side. So 100 and 200, they are not in parallel, they are actually in series. And for series combination, what we are going to have, C equivalent will be 100 multiplied by 200 upon 100 plus 200. C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2. When we solve this, we are going to have 20,000 upon 300. 20 will be cancelled out. So we are going to have 200 by 3 picofarad. Right? 200 by 3 picofarad. This is your C equivalent. Now total charge will be C equivalent into voltage. C equivalent is 200 by 3 and the voltage is 300. 3 will cut 300 100 times. We are going to have 20,000 picofarad. Picocoulomb, sorry. We are calculating charge. 20,000 picocoulomb. Now just try to understand what I am telling you. Okay? Just see, this is your capacitor number 4. Right? This is the combination of these two. This is the combination of these two. Now 20,000 picocoulomb. Okay, or we can write 20, 30 if you remove, then we'll have 20 nanocoulomb. Okay, or let it be 20,000. Okay, so this capacitor will have this much charge, and this capacitor will also have the same charge. Why I am telling so? Because in series combination, charge remains the same. So basically C4 will be what? 20,000 picocoulomb, and this 200, which is basically the combination of these two, will also have 20,000 picocoulomb. So from here we can write that Q4 is equal to what? Q4 is charge on this one. It will be 20,000 picocoulomb, right? Now this 200 picofarad will also have what? 20,000 picocoulomb. But this is not the capacitor in the given in the question. Basically, this capacitor is the combination of these two, and these two capacitors are equal. So basically, in the parallel combination, what happens? Voltage remains the same, but the charge is different. But Since charge is equal to CV, V remains same. Q is proportional to C, and just see over here, 100 and 100 both are same. So basically this 20,000 picocoulomb will be divided equally on this 100 picofarad and on this 100 picofarad. So what we'll say that Q1 will be 10,000 picocoulomb, and this 100 picofarad, which is basically the combination of 200 picofarad and 200 picofarad, this will be having how much? This will have how much charge? This is your Q1. It will be 10,000 picocoulomb, and this will also have 10,000 picocoulomb. But this is the combination of these two, and these are in series. So for series, what happens? Charge remains the same. So basically Q2 and Q3, they'll also have 10,000 picocoulomb. You might have this idea that 10,000 picocoulomb and 10,000 picocoulomb, it will become 20,000. But I have told you yesterday, if you have not seen the video, please see it. If first capacitor in the series will have charge Q, then second will also have charge Q, the third one is also have charge Q. Is it clear? So basically C1 we have, Q1 we have 10,000, Q2, Q3 we have, Q4 we have. Now we have all charges. Now we can calculate the voltage. Now for voltage, V4 will be, charge is Q4, capacitance is C4. Just divide it orally and tell me what will be the answer. 20,000 Q4 is, C4 is what? 100 picofarad. Okay, we have solved from here. 100 picofarad. 20,000 upon 100, 20 will be cancelled out. What we are going to have? 200 voltage. So out of 300 voltage, 200 voltage this will have. Alone this will contain 200 voltage. Now V1 will be equal to, charge is 10,000, Q1 upon C1, and capacitance is 100. 10,000 upon 100 is what? 100 voltage. Exactly. V2 will be Q2 upon C2. Q2 is what? 10,000. Q2, Q3 both are 10,000, and capacitance is 200. 20 will be cancelled out, and we will solve this. They will have 50 volt. V3 will have also the same value because all the things are same. It will be 50 value. So this is how the questions of combination of capacitors are being done. Okay, so many other questions can also be there. So now any of the book, side book, because in NCERT no many questions are there. So any of the side book you can solve the questions. If you have any problem, let me know. We'll discuss them in the lecture, or in person. If you want to send, you can send. So this is all for the day. Tomorrow we will start capacitor with a dielectric slab, or some more questions then after the capacitor with a dielectric slab. Is it clear? So this is all for the day. Thank you.